Mexico. According to the driver with the dash cam, this semi-truck has been driving erratically.
No te pases de lanza. No.
And appears intent on blocking all motorists from passing.
No, toma. Espera.
Leaving vehicles on either side at the trucker's mercy.
Ahí va. Mira, está tapando otra vez. Bloqueando, mira.
But just moments later,
Oh, ahí va, otro trailer.
an even larger semi has had enough. Which is when it becomes abundantly clear that for the trucker who's been driving erratically, size means nothing. Fearing a catastrophic accident, the bigger truck wisely backs off. But the close call doesn't stop another smaller vehicle from trying the same thing on the opposite side.
Qué bueno.
But this time, the catastrophe is not avoided.
Anda, idiota.
The semi swerves across 2 lanes of traffic far too quickly for a truck of its size. A close call and powerful lesson. When dealing with an erratic driver, especially one in a much larger vehicle, call the authorities and back off. A terrifying situation is unfolding in a California parking lot. According to police reports, this woman was allegedly pulled from her car by someone trying to steal her purse. And now the alleged thief is in the woman's vehicle, attempting to flee. Onlookers immediately jump in to stop the driver, but it's far too dangerous.
Get out of the car!
And the bizarre escape attempt is only getting even more out of control.
What the?
The vehicle now apparently inoperable.
Grab her!
The driver makes a break for it,
Grab her!
but doesn't get far.
What the?
Call 911! What is the matter with you? Do you understand?
Do you know how many people you almost just killed?
Hurry up!
Authorities arrive on the scene soon after.
What the?
The alleged carjacker is arrested
Ruined my weekend.
and treated at a nearby hospital. She faces charges of vandalism, carjacking, and assault with a deadly weapon. The 75-year-old woman whose car was allegedly stolen stays with a Good Samaritan bystander until help arrives. She is also treated for minor injuries. The woman's vehicle and at least 5 others in the parking lot sustained substantial damage. It turns out the car's anti-theft lock was on the steering wheel, preventing the suspect from being able to steer.
I mean, I don't know how she thought she was gonna steal the car. It has a thing on the wheel. You can't even move it. That's why she was crashing like that.
Although the property damage is devastating, fortunately for everyone in the parking lot that day, they escaped with their lives. On a highway in Minnesota, a traffic cam records as vehicles move along smoothly. When suddenly, A white sedan, traveling at a high speed, overshoots the on-ramp, barreling straight into a box truck, which then careens into a concrete wall and bursts into flames. As what appears to be the truck's fuel spreads out around it, the driver's side door opens, but the thick smoke and growing inferno just outside force the driver to retreat back into his cabin. Then, finally, the driver emerges from the passenger side. Possibly in shock, he lingers dangerously close to the explosive situation until a quick-thinking Samaritan hurries in and convinces him to move to safer ground. A short time later, police arrive and tend to the driver who caused the accident. According to reports, her blood alcohol content is 4 times the legal limit, and she's rushed to the hospital. Firefighters eventually manage to put out the fire, but the truck is destroyed. The driver is later convicted of third-degree driving while impaired. Fortunately, neither driver sustains life-threatening injuries. A senseless and terrifying situation that, had the truck driver not been able to remove himself from the flames, could have ended much, much worse. On a California highway, a good reminder that an erratic driver is by definition unpredictable, and as such, should be approached with great caution. A security camera records as a sports car, which according to witnesses, has allegedly been driving erratically, rear-ends an SUV. Seconds later, 2 truck drivers, one of whom reportedly claims to have seen the sports car run a red light before this crash even occurred, try to box the driver in.
This guy.
As the driver of the rear-ended SUV approaches the sports car, the driver of the white box truck begins recording with his phone.
He's been driving erratically since victory.
Lock him in. Lock him in.
All right, get back in your car, man. He's gonna hit you. Hey, come back, dude.
Someone call 911.
But the sports car driver apparently has no intention of sticking around.
Get in the car! Back away! Get him away! Move! It's okay, ma'am. Back up!
Fortunately, despite his best efforts, the driver's demolition derby has apparently knocked his vehicle out of commission, finally putting an end to the destruction.
I don't think he can go anywhere, but he's trying. I would just go past him.
A short time later, the 22-year-old driver is arrested. According to court records, he's convicted of reckless driving and misdemeanor hit and run, most likely for the multiple times he rammed his car into other vehicles. Although it remains unclear what sparked the man's violent rampage, at least it ended with no one being seriously injured or worse. Police officers attempt to get the attention of a driver who appears to be ignoring the sirens, and perhaps more importantly, the shower of sparks coming from the minivan's apparent flat tire. driver finally turns off the road and comes to a stop in front of a church. And after moving a safe distance away, officers pull the driver to safety in the nick of time. According to news reports, the minivan's 84-year-old driver, who suffers minor burns, claims that after hearing his tire blow out, he hoped to make it home, which is only a short distance away. But clearly, not close enough. In California, according to Regina Jones, the woman who's filming, the car ahead has been causing some concern.
I'm in the car with my husband and my daughter, and we see this car in front of us driving erratically. My husband said, hey, start recording this, because we could feel that something was gonna happen.
And just moments later, it turns out their intuition is spot on.
They're going through. Go ahead and
You gotta get out and help him. We gotta get help him.
already.
Get out and help him.
Told you already.
Come on, we gotta get out and help him. Call 911. Call 911. Call 911.
The car slams into the wall of the tunnel, flipping end over end.
Everything just went like blank for a minute.
The crashed car now lies on its side, and Regina's family doesn't know how many people are inside
Go help him, baby.
or what condition they're in. So Regina's husband goes in for a closer look. And when he returns moments later,
Hey, they're alive.
You hear him?
Alive, yeah, he's screaming.
You guys should try and push the car over and get him out. He's trying to get out.
Right away, we hear this guy, he's trying to push his way out of the top of the car.
which prompts Regina and her family and other Good Samaritans to do whatever they can to free the man. The driver is finally pulled out of the wreck through the windshield.
We got him out. They got him out.
Others attempt to free the passenger, who Regina believes is the driver's father, from the rear of the vehicle.
They can't get the dad out. The dad is still in there. Come on.
A short while later, authorities arrive to take it from there. And according to Regina, they're able to get both occupants of the car to the hospital.
Terrible.
According to the case summary, the driver is ultimately convicted of driving under the influence.
Go ahead and bail.
He is sentenced to 3 years of probation and 3 months of alcohol and other drug education and counseling. And though a harrowing example of how impaired driving has tremendous repercussions, not just for the driver, but everyone in the vicinity,
They can't get the dad out. The dad is still in there.
Regina tries to remain focused on the silver lining.
So many people just came together to just try and help this guy get out of his car. I cry a tear because I just thank God that they were okay.
In Indiana, a driver's dash cam records his commute when a pickup truck's move in front of him seems to annoy him. But the pickup's driver appears to signal their lane change as they approach a construction zone ahead, seeming to attempt a zipper merge, where when faced with a lane closing during traffic congestion, cars merge zipper-like into a single lane at the closure point. which is, according to studies, the most efficient approach. And also, formally recommended by the Indiana Department of Transportation. But the driver with the dash cam may be unaware of that fact. And since the pickup is a company vehicle with a phone number listed on it, a short distance ahead, the driver with the dash cam decides to voice his displeasure by calling. But what he doesn't know
Hello?
is that the man he's speaking with is the driver of the white pickup truck.
Hi, one of your drivers just ran me off the road.
Yeah, that would actually be me. That just did. I did not run you off the road.
You did.
There was cones in the way,
Yes,
and you knew that they were there.
You knew they
and
were
you
there.
pulled up beside me, so I couldn't get over.
Well, you shouldn't have gotten in that lane. You should have looked at the signs that say, hey, look, the road's closing. You need to stay in this lane. You got out of your lane.
Okay, but you
I
also
was
have to give
in
room,
my lane.
my friend.
I was in my lane. You could have hit the brakes.
You
and
have
got
to give
behind me.
room, my friend.
You had plenty of room.
Law. When you have a road that lane that
When someone
changes,
is already
it runs
in
back
the proper
over.
lane,
It is the law.
when someone is already in the
Know
proper
your
lane,
law.
I know my law.
And that's when the sparring
I will find
No,
your
you
business.
don't. Don't
I
ask
will find
me.
your business.
comes to a head. As the two men argue, the driver of the pickup applies the brakes. And the driver with the dash cam can't stop in time.
That is recorded, my friend. So, what we're gonna do now is call 911, and they will deal with it. So, yeah.
My lord, dude. You are ridiculous.
Police arrive to take statements from both drivers. And according to the crash report, they review the dash cam footage and determine the driver of the truck attempted to brake check the driver with the dash cam. Which, in an ironic twist, happens to be an illegal action in Indiana. But regardless, hopefully a lesson learned for both drivers. Legality aside, courtesy on the road benefits everyone. And debating the finer points of that
One of your drivers just ran me off the road.
is best left
Know your law.
off the road.
My lord, dude.
Siri, call 911.
A couple in a sedan spot a similar model car moving at a dangerously slow speed.
You've reached 911 emergency for the city of Los Angeles. Do not hang up. Your call will be answered by the next available operator.
While waiting to connect with authorities, they speed up to see what's going on with the driver. She appears unconscious and may be suffering a medical emergency.
Looks like it's been an accident.
With no response yet from 911, the driver makes a risky move, hoping that the white sedan, like their own vehicle, has an automatic safety feature that will cause it to decelerate if too close to another vehicle. The driver pulls in front of it and slows down until finally,
Okay, it stopped.
according to the person filming, the woman driving the white sedan eventually regains consciousness. But before authorities can arrive on the scene, she drives away. Nevertheless, thanks to her car's high tech, and especially another driver's quick thinking, a much more serious crisis is avoided.
Okay, it stopped.